All right, I wanted to show you the complete anatomy tip of the week. So if you're going to go in and look at models, I already have an upper extremity model up here, but let's just go to the model home. So of course you can pick from full body, lower extremity, upper extremity, etc. But I'm going to go back to the upper extremity. At the bottom of the screen here, where it's in the skeletal section, it defaults to showing the bones, but you can change it to showing the parts of the bones. And so if you zoom in and you click on one of those individual parts, it will tell you in the details what that is. We'll have the greater tuber. This is the lesser tubercle. The head of the humerus, lesser tubercle. Let me rotate a little bit. Greater tubercle. So if you're studying for landmarks, this is a great way to do it. If you change from skeletal parts to surfaces, it's a little bit, it highlights it in a little bit different way. So you can say, oh, this is the anterolateral surface of the humerus. This is the inferior surface of the clavicle, that sort of thing. So you can look at the different surfaces in a different way. Another setting on there that I think is helpful is landmarks. So again, you can zoom into those landmarks and you can say like, okay, this one is the greater crest of the greater tubercle of the humerus. This one is the crest of the lesser tubercle. This is the intertubercular sulcus or intertuberculous groove or bicipital groove. All of those are correct names for that. So that's kind of nice. You can see on the sternum, the first costal notch or costal facet on the manubrium, which is where the cartilage from the first rib attaches. So that is a good way for studying landmarks. Another view, if you go up one, is the origin and insertion view. So some of the skeletons in the lab have these markings on them. The blue is the insertion of the muscle, the red is the origin. So if I look up close on the lesser tubercle and the bicipital groove, and I click on each one of those origins, we can see that this is the insertion for the teres major muscle. This is the insertion for the pectoralis major muscle. And this is the insertion for the latissimus dorsi muscle. So in the lecture, I said some people remember these insertions by it's the lady between two majors. So it's the latissimus dorsi between the teres major and the pec major. So that origin insertion view is really helpful for studying those origins and insertions. So you can look at these, and we know that this is the origin of the infraspinatus muscle. And then this is the origin of the teres minor, and this is the origin of the teres major. So just that's another nice view that you can use in complete anatomy to look at things in a different way, and to study your origins and insertions. So you have that available to you, and you can log in and get your own account you set up your school account. There was an announcement way back at the beginning of the quarter on that. If you haven't already logged on to Complete Anatomy, it's a great way to study some of these landmarks. Besides the different muscular settings, the different bone settings and the landmarks, you can also add your muscles in your connective tissue. So on the connective tissue, adding that in, you can see joint capsules, you can see ligaments, all different layers, and you can click on the individual ones and say, like, oh, what is that? Oh, that's the anterior sternoclavicular ligament. Um, you can keep adding layers and find those different ligaments. And by looking at the different ligaments, you can say, oh, well, what does that one do? So the costoclavicular ligament, it's a short little ligament attaching the clavicle to the first rib. So it prevents the movement of the clavicle, basically. So that is another view you can look at. You can add on your muscles and add on your muscle view. And you can look at the muscles in isolation. So like, let's say that I just want to look at the subscapularis muscle. I'm going to select that muscle and I'm going to hit isolate. And that shows me the skeleton with just that muscle on there. And I can rotate it. I can look at it from different angles and see where it attaches. So really handy, different views, different landmarks. If you haven't checked out Complete Anatomy yet, go ahead and check it out.